That's how he plays. Oh shit! It's the guy I don't know. Kollector. Right?
We pay with blood, not gold.
Shao Kahn demands
They're showing his moves.
both.
Wow.
Fight!
Interesting. This is Kollektor, I believe. That's a combo. I need to a bouncer. Tricky. Wow, this is a new stage. That's beautiful looking. So that's combo. My god, man. These fatal blows, man. Like, how were they not? Fucking hell.
Fatality. Kollektor wins.
He literally slits his throat. Okay, I definitely won't use that as my outro.
There we are.
Starting off with something hot.
Tricky.
Start out hot. That is Kollektor.
Kollektor, a brand new character.
Brand new
First name the, last name Kollektor.
First time seen in a Mortal Kombat game.
Yes.
You may have seen him in some of the story trailers we had in some of those scenes, but that is the character right there, Kollektor. Steve,
Interesting.
let's talk about how he. What do you want to start with?
Let's
Lots
talk
to
about his lore, because he's a brand new addition.
Okay.
And a new race. He is from a six-armed race called the Nagnata, and he is new to the game and new to us, the viewer, but he's actually an older character in terms of lore. He's an old-time Shao Kahn guy.
Yep.
He was a long part of Shao Kahn's regime back in the day, and his job was to be
The Kollektor.
literally the Kollektor.
Right.
The Nagnata, they don't use typical like names. They're actually, their vocation is their name. That's how kind of loyal to their job they are. And he was the tribute collector. He would go from village to village, and you have to pay tribute, essentially like a taxman or
Sure.
a mafia enforcer for Shao Kahn. And if you want to see how he connects to the present day in the Kotal Khan regime, you got to play story mode, but that's kind of his backstory. He's a very greedy guy, and a lot of Shao Kahn minions are like people that he created or people that he enslaved. This dude's all in. Like
Okay.
you can see in his intros and all that, he's gleefully happy about his job.
And he's got some cool little trinkets in there, too.
Yes, that shines into his gameplay. Is
What, are we going too fast?
Well, no, we need to talk about. We have to call that. That was a Steve's lore minute.
Oh, Steve Lore Minute.
Lore minute.
That doesn't get anybody.
It was actually that was like a minute too. Finally, we're
It
usually
may have even been longer.
we do a lot of Steve lore 30 seconds. And that was really nice.
But you round up.
Yep. So he is all in on what he does, and there are like as you get the game, you're going to see some of these trinkets are going to be kind of fun to watch.
And that's exactly what he does in his gameplay. He collects swords, maces, artifacts, magic spells. So you can see he actually has this little
Oh, yeah, that
backpack
makes
that
sense,
two of
I
his
guess.
arms hold, and he can pull out pretty much anything our
Was that what
designer
they were
team
doing?
could think of. He
Right.
can pull out of it.
And he doesn't have just four arms. He has
I didn't
six.
even
He
notice
has six,
that.
yes.
Did you
Yeah,
notice
because
that?
if you can see we'll show you in a second.
I
The
honestly
backpack
didn't.
he's holding is being clutched very close to
By his
themselves.
little
with-
baby arms.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
little tiny arms.
His little T-Rex arms.
So awesome. So just archetype-wise for characters, when people are like, Like if you're looking to play the
No, they're
Kollector,
not showing
what
Erron
kind of
Black.
player plays him?
This is
I
a
have a
tough one.
feeling maybe
This is a tough one.
Yeah.
When I was learning to play him for the
maybe
stream,
Devore
I
and
couldn't
well,
nail it down
no, because
myself
they're doing
because he's
Noob,
so
aren't they? Noob
eclectic,
Saibot
he's
is
so
definite.
interesting.
So maybe Erron.
He has a little bit of
Or
everything, and then
Devore.
I realized it really shines in his personality. He is a collection of different archetypes. Like he has some zoning,
I do love
some
self.
counter zoning, really good mid range, good mix ups. He has a command grab. He has some trap type moves.
It's confirmed.
Yeah,
Ermac
he
is
really
here.
does
What?
have like, because he has so many different little weapons and artifacts.
I don't
it's
think
a
so.
little bit of everything.
So we talk about like the master of none type situation.
Yeah.
Like he has a lot of things he can do well.
He has a big umbrella, like a big toolkit.
Awesome. I think we should. You want to go into him?
Yeah, let's go straight into it. So one of the really neat things about
Oh, turn him around real quick.
yeah, you can see his little backpack.
Oh yeah.
You see
Baby arms.
the arms just like clutching it super close to him. Yeah.
So he uses his arms and his weird little legs in all of his normal attack. I'm sorry, but
His
they
legs
are.
seem to be normal size.
No, but the way his knees are and his little feet.
All right.
Like you can see here, he's literally
That's really
throwing
interesting.
different stuff from his backpack.
Yeah.
And I love how like fluid all
That's
the
creative.
arms are, too,
Yes,
right? Like,
it's so cool how they work together.
Wow.
He has a lot of two-player animations, which are like grapple moves.
Which Tyler loves.
Yeah. So he's almost like a hybrid grappler in a weird way.
I like two-player animations because the other player can't do anything about it.
I love this one because of the weird way he gets down on his knees like that. Yeah.
He definitely has a very interesting fight style.
Yeah,
Something we
it's-
haven't really used before.
It's not like a traditional martial art at all.
It's just kind of, I'm going to throw everything I got at you.
Yeah,
Right?
it's like this is a sweep. His hop attack. So you can see it's this mix of weapons and magic.
Yep. See, we're on the same page today.
He is a very unusual character, which I think is neat.
Yeah, you can see him take it out.
Cool.
That's really interesting.
So, what should we start
How
with?
they've done that.
Base
Let's start with base specials. So the first
Was
one
that
is
low?
you can see the little mace he has attached to a chain. He has this really long range kind of projectile move, and he can actually charge this up.
I'd hate to interrupt you for a second. Could you go back for a second?
And cancel it.
Even though this seems to be a Tarkatan war camp, there's a beautiful rainbow back there.
Yeah,
Look at that
that,
beautiful rainbow.
Beauty can happen anywhere.
Anywhere.
Yeah. Okay, continue.
so he can actually cancel out of it, which is another thing he can do. He has a couple moves that he can cancel, and if he fully charges it, you get a big old crushing blow.
And it's going to take about a second to fully charge that, too. So you're vulnerable the entire time.
Right, you're vulnerable the entire time, which is why the cancel's pretty decent.
And it's fun for me to hear that crushing blow
interesting.
situation because as we play more and more, we're all sharking for crushing blows
Uh-huh.
more, and like that's cool to know. Yeah.
All right, so another move he has is this move, which is actually a projectile absorb. I picked Jax, which probably wasn't wise because he doesn't have a normal projectile, so I gotta wait.
You got this, Steve.
I totally am this. This is so bad because of the heating up his
Just wait.
arms. All right, here we
There
go.
you go.
There you go.
So he absorbs a projectile, and the neat thing here is if he amplifies it. Okay, this is it for serious. If he amplifies it,
Ooh, you got
he gets this orb that he can follow behind,
What's awesome.
and he can use
Not
that
too
to
long,
force
though.
them to back or to block, and he can use that in
forcing
setups.
And he has to use an
exactly,
amplify.
right. So you're trying to zone him, and then he actually flips it back, stops your zoning, and then zones you. Another move he has is
Even
this
collects your
charge.
projectiles.
I did not think of that, but that is super clever. This is like his combo ender. You're going to end a lot of your juggles with it. You can amplify it to do it as
Crazy how you can see them actually take
And
the weapons
finally,
out.
he has this bola attack, which he tosses
If you
this.
slow him down, I bet the
amplify it,
animations are quite fucking smooth, man.
He's
Oh
going to get a
shit!
capture state, so he gets a combo. And he can also hold this
You
like
could
his
juggle
mace,
that.
and he can actually cancel it if he wants. He can cancel forward or just out of it.
You could potentially juggle that,
It's
couldn't
pretty
you?
good.
Like
it's a little bit on the slow
into a
side,
bounce into it. Would he not have enough time? Maybe it
but
could off an
obviously that's
uppercut.
one of his main
don't
combo
know.
starters.
It's a combo starter.
So that's kind of his base moves. It's a lot of, I actually say farther than mid-range, and a lot of stuff that's not your typical move. You know, again, cancels, absorbing moves. He's pretty unique like that. So let's go over some of the loadouts I made.
Let's see what you got.
The first thing I gave him is up mace, which acts similar to the straight mace, but it goes up, which is why I called it up mace.
Great.
The same, the same rules apply. He can charge it, cancel it, and you can see visually it looks really similar.
So then you don't know if he's going to do the up or the straight. It's a little mindy.
Exactly, which adds to the since you can cancel both, so they don't
Does the
know.
up have a crushing blow?
It does not.
Is
Another
it a
move I
mid
added is a command
or a
grab.
high?
I love that. Can you amplify that, Steve?
You cannot, but it
That's so
does have a
cool.
crushing blow,
Like a saber.
and that is
What are the requirements, Steve? Give it to
for
us.
punishing a roll. So a wake-up roll is invincible, except against throws. So, if you read throw, or sorry, wake-up roll, you do crushing blow into a
wow.
pop-up.
Nice.
It's funny when I first read some of the things where it's like you had to punish wake up roll. I was like, well, that's not going to happen very often. The more we play and the more we roll,
Yep.
I'm like, nope, that's going to happen a lot because
Yeah.
it's such a great corner maneuver.
Yep.
The other thing I gave him is a teleport.
Cool.
This
wow.
is super fast, has really good recovery, and this is a great addition for his mobility, obviously. So, you know, if you were playing a matchup where you're getting zoned out and the absorb is just too slow to get out, or he's
That's
getting
kind of the mind
overwhelmed,
game when
you know,
someone's
you
on
can
the
use
floor, by the
teleport
way.
to get in. You can also use it for
up
like
three
setups.
will be
And he
beat
has
out by a
different
neutral
variations of
jump.
Right.
Right. So you
If you neutral jump an up 3, you'll be able to get a full combo
Exactly.
on it. Up
And it's
2
super,
will actually
super
beat
fast.
out
It's like the
a
old
neutral
school raging
jump,
teleport.
but if you just block it, it's unsafe
Let's
on
go
block.
into his fatal blow
And then
before,
grab
We should've
will
thrown
grab
yet?
the back and forward
so.
roll. So you've got like mix-ups
Okay.
against
Back
the
over.
mix-ups on wake up, haven't you?
We did. But still, throws are cool.
Throws are cool. 2 players. Tyler's in.
My vote for our most brutal.
I don't know how he survives this, man. I
It
guess
is
it's called
really
fatal blow
messed
for a
up.
reason,
I
right?
just love the blood out the back.
I love Jax's face.
It goes
during
like
the
through
last part.
here.
How he's
and then-
smiling as he's
Yeah.
sitting. Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Jax is okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jax is fine. All right, so let's go over one more loadout.
All right.
And I made this a zoning loadout.
Okay. Again, because he can do everything.
Right, so the first one I would use, you have teleport, then you get in, and you start doing command grab mix-ups. This one,
Real quick though, just look at the gilded stuff he has collected over
yes,
time.
he has
So is
some
that what it's
really cool
like?
gear. Really, the
Interesting.
maces are the coolest. He's got like
So it's like stuff
one
is
is
like
literally
collected.
like a brain.
Yeah.
Like, he's-
Yeah.
And I think one's like a small skeleton or something like
yeah,
that.
that's the one that I like.
Yeah,
he has
yeah.
one that's covered. It's full of eyeballs. You
Yeah.
can the art team because he's anything
Anything.
from Outworld. You can see they were like, what about a brain on a chain? And they're like,
Yeah.
oh, absolutely, that makes sense.
But that brain needs to have spikes. Of
Yeah.
course.
So the first thing I gave him is a projectile. He can do it in the air or the ground, and it'll do dot damage and actually keep these flames on the ground.
It seems like I mean, you can almost build like a pool of
Yeah.
magic, right?
And the recovery is pretty good, and he can do close, medium, or far.
You're just covering the
He's
fight line.
Jax. I love that he's just still getting pumped,
don't
even though
care.
he's on
He doesn't
fire.
care.
That's MK.
Oh, let's look at
No,
the
they
back.
haven't
Oh,
shown Noob Erron Black.
Moving on. All right. I'm
You
over
can see
it.
it's got a
this cover's
skull
so
on
far.
it. It's pretty metal.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool backpacks too.
So then I gave him a chakram. This replaces his bola, and it is significantly faster. The trade-off is he cannot charge it anymore
Combo
or
it.
cancel out of it.
Sure.
But this is awesome because the meter burn puts him in a capture state. And this has to be one of the fastest projectiles that does a capture state
Oh yeah.
that's ever been in an
I
MK.
mean, they're there for a while. They're caught for just about a minute. You can dash up and get into them.
Oh,
yeah, like a
shit.
really common scenario is he'll do it from literally full screen, and if a projectile trades, he
It's
still
got
has
quite a
time to go in and get a combo.
slow
It's
dash.
awesome. So you're not going to have like the meta game of canceling it and charging it, but it's just straight up, you can't go wrong. If you're willing to commit to the amplified, it's an awesome combo starter. And it actually has a crushing blow, and its requirement is tied to another move. So if they are on fire and he does the chakram, you get that crushing blow, which gets a pop-up. So his projectile, without amplifying it, if it's a crushing blow, gets a big pop-up.
That's
into
quite
the combo.
specific.
That's great.
The Flaming
Is that
Fox, thank
basically
you
it
for
for
the
this?
sub
That
that
is
you
basically the
get to
Kollektor.
keep coming
He
on.
is
Thank you,
a-
thank you, guys. Watching
Granted,
today. Thank you, man.
there is more to the collector, but we have so much we got to go through here today that we want to just kind of touch on it and keep moving forward.
Right. No, yeah. There. I mean, we are saving a lot of the other sort of costume pieces and
player
gear
exploration.
for player exploration because we have got. I mean, I've seen so much of it, and there's some stuff. There's some really surprising stuff. We went really deep with a lot of the stuff we're doing. But we have 3 characters to show. We want to give you guys. You have a trailer. We want to give you a little taste of what the Kollektor was.
I just love the little flavor text that we have for the names of his moves, like Soul of Moloch or whatever, like
Yeah,
stuff
It's
like
cool,
that. Like,
but
oh,
it's
absolutely.
once again not really my style.
Yeah, of course he
The only
collected
person who's
that.
really my style at the moment
What
is
we got
Kolektor.
next?
Well, we're going to talk about something real
Maybe
quick.
Jackie
we got something?
as well.
I got some more. I'm
Are you
Mr.
serious, Tyler?
Mr. Bullet Point today.
Okay, bullet point.
We do have, so the Collective is a thing we've been doing for quite a while with art pieces from fans.
You went
and
from the collector to the collective. That's great.
that was the plan.
Oh
Thank
my gosh,
you.
I see it now.
Figured it out right before the stream. We were real excited about it. So we've been doing the Collective for, we
What's
started
my style?
in MK.
Not really know. When I see
And
you,
we
I'll
have
tell
some
you.
new ambassadors that are coming online. I want to show that picture real quick, Matt. Awesome. So we got some artists, some cosplayers. Just Yelise, I actually was a member of our collective from MKX. She was in one of the cosplayers who was in the game, actually, where we put all those pictures up. So we have some new MK ambassadors coming. We want you to keep them coming to hashtag MK Collective. Keep that stuff coming. We love seeing your stuff. These are the new ambassadors. Please check the Mortal Kombat website out for a lot of their artwork.
I'm really hyped, MK.
Congratulations for being new ambassadors, and we are excited to see what you have planned. I do want to say this. I don't know if you saw this.
Just say it, man.
Maybe you saw it in
You
this
have
video.
something to say.
I
You should
do.
say it.
I'm going to
Get
say
it
it.
off your
Is
chest.
this a promo?
Are
I'm
you
going to cut a promo
Is this
now.
a shoot?
No, it's neither of those
Is it a
things.
hot take?
No, it's actually just talking about Vince. So we have a guy down who works here who does some 3D printing. I don't know if you saw this. He created a Baraka 3D print bust that is unbelievably fantastic.
Yep.
So even people here in this studio
I
are doing
appreciate
things for
Tree.
the collective, and we
I'm
are
gonna
going
be
to show that
starting with
bust
Kano,
off, hopefully next
with
week.
MK11.
Trying to get Vince to come on to explain the process.
Learn a new character every single day.
I saw it and I instantly asked if I could buy one.
Yep.
Yeah, because it's awesome.
Yeah,
If he makes more, I'm buying those two.
So we'll definitely show you guys that next week. It's really cool. He's a very talented artist, and I expect it to be really cool.
Right.
And then I saw it, and I was like, it looks like something you see in a store.
It literally looks like it was taken out of the game.
And it
Like,
was.
it's so yeah.
Yeah,
it was.
he used
It
the
literally
3D.
was,
He
yeah.
used the 3D models for
It's
it.
so bad.
And then he's like, yeah, my first try painting this, and I was like,
Yeah, I
oh,
think so. Ant. It's
my
not-
first
it's not
try,
really hard,
Baraka would
it's-
be
seriously.
Yeah.
Baraka's
so,
really
so
simple.
we'll try to show you guys
Really
that next week.
simple.
It's super awesome. But thank you to everybody who's been contributing to the collective.
But you need to understand
keep doing
Foxes
that.
in
We'll
space,
keep
and we shall
retweeting
take
it.
you one.
So many years of awesome legacy
all about
with
whip
this game
punishing.
to do fan art for, and it's just cool that everybody's doing some of the most.
Reacting to
This
your
game has some of
complaints.
the most amazing cosplay / art that I've seen in any of the games I've been a part of.
I love some of the really cartoony stuff that some
Yeah.
people have been doing as
Yes.
well, like the cute. Goofy
They all
cartoon.
stole it
I
a bit,
love
yeah.
it.
What are
Like
they
I said,
doing?
There was one for MKX where they did the fight screen. They did all the different games as cartoons.
Yep.
And like taking a game that is like this and making it.
Adorable.
Noob,
It's
no, it's
fun,
going to be
right?
last. Come on.
So anyway,
I
Everyone's
love the
obsessed with him.
cosplay. There was an amazing Scarlet that I just retweeted like today. That
Yep.
was super cool.
cool.
I'm excited to see Angelica's Jade.
I'm
Yep.
beyond hype for that.
So we're very excited for that, Spo, but I know you guys are very excited for something else.
Yeah.
So we at C2E2, we were the first to announce. We of course we're gonna be the first to announce generally. Generally, Noob Saibot.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we got a picture there.
Okay, so we're doing
Noob.
Noob then.
There we are. Noob Saibot, I know you guys have been waiting to see more in depth on how he plays. We did show a trailer which got a really good reaction.
It was
You're sick.
awesome.
If you guys ever have a chance to go to any of those sort of events where really any game, but please come to our game stuff. When you get to see the first time of that and hear the crowd around it, there's something like Noob Saibot getting shown was just in my career here at
Very
Nova, one of my
energetic.
favorite things, just hearing him being back and how excited people were. So Steve, you've been playing a little Noob Saibot. We had some matches today actually.
Yes.
Tell me what you think.
Well, Noob Saibot is one of the game's premier zoners, I would say. Very reminiscent of MK9. We didn't
So
want
he's
to rewrite
zone,
the wheel with
it's
him.
like people forget.
I would say if you liked him in MK9, I think you're going to be very, very happy.
With even better now.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
the coolest
With
part. Is he's
some
even
really,
better.
really cool new moves and a really cool new weapon that I think has added a lot to his gameplay and aesthetically is just
It fits.
awesome.
It's so cool.
I just want to give props again to the team. In my opinion, and this is we all like what we like. In my opinion, his masks in this game might be some of my favorite pieces of gear in the game.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
like one that's like just a sack, and
Yes.
I love it, man.
I don't want to give too much away. There's some
Sorry.
stuff. No, that's fine.
Okay.
There's some stuff out there that I was like,
Suck.
oh, we went there.
Yeah.
Real cool. So
Yeah.
Well, what's cool is you can have kind of this wraith, like almost medieval look with like the hood and the armor, but then we have a bunch of ninja stuff too.
Yeah.
So I like the new direction we took them. But if you just want like more like MK9ish like
Traditional.
ninja look, we have a
Right.
bunch of that cool stuff too,
Yep.
which we may be showing soon.
Yeah, like in a couple minutes.
let's take a look.
All right. So the main new thing about Noob Saibot, he has this handheld sickle that's stuck in his back.
Well, he wants to have it handy.
that he can use in a bunch of his normals. You can use it in a lot of his combos, and one of his big ones is his back 3 here,
Looks like it might juggle.
which
in the
has a
corner, though.
lot of range for a low.
Oh, wow.
And this is also complemented by his forward 4, which is another low. I think, to me, Noob Saibot in like the mid-range footsie game, low is where he excels. He does not have like a long-range overhead.
Right. So you look at like we all played the beta, right? Like every
Yeah.
every character you have like this sort of the thesis statement around them, how you want to play them. Like Baraka, I like to start with 4 and 4.
Looks hella strong.
Most people do.
I'm gonna wait too. Wiggle stick.
Yeah.
That looks
With
like it might
Noob
juggle in the
Saibot,
corner.
I
Oh,
think
that's
it's
the same
the
one, maybe.
Yeah, for sure.
And the effects.
They'll definitely juggles in the corner for every.
Yeah, I
pretty much
really like the
everyone.
ectoplasmic
Wonder if
like
he has any
goo
mid- oh, yeah, he does have
the
mid,
clone
doesn't he?
turns into.
Mad props to the effects. It looks so good.
So his list of normal attacks is not really huge. He's really more of a special move character.
Right. I think he's got
Interesting.
like
So
I don't
simple,
know,
then.
7 main combos or something.
Yeah,
like that.
it's really one of the smaller
Simple.
normal movesets in the game, but it's a special movers excels.
Yeah,
So let's
how
go
you
into his,
connect everything, right?
Yep, let's go into his throws because they're pretty sick.
One of my favorite things I think about doing the next Mortal Kombat. One of the things I really like is when you see moves that were like in the reboots, like in Mortal Kombat, and see how they've gone from like that gen to this gen
Right.
is always fun to see.
Sure.
All right, so special move time. The Running Man is back, the Shadow Tackle. It's pretty much exactly what we want. Pretty fast, takes up a ton of space. It can hit people out of the air. That's happened to you.
Yeah, it's happening to me.
Yeah,
And it's amplified. It's just awesome. I love the gesture he's doing, and then the clone does the sickle.
Right.
And you can actually see the sickle teleport back to his back. So cool.
There's a neat, and the way he stands over him after the meter burn is ominous.
Oh, that's so
he's just
good. Look at him
staring at
looking
him?
down.
Yeah.
So this actually has a crushing blow with a pretty cool requirement. It's after he's used 10 clone attacks. So Derek, count
Wow.
downward.
One.
Suspecting a lot of them.
2. Or did you want me to go backwards? 3.
And it doesn't
4.
have to just be.
5.
He has the anti-armor
That's going to
attack.
definitely be a corner combo like before.
7. 8.
9. Now we're ready.
Yep, I'm ready.
And that'll trigger,
Huge
again,
damage.
any of the 10. It could be any of his clone special
Right.
moves.
As you're playing noob, you're probably gonna
You're
get
using
that.
it
Yeah,
wrong.
yeah.
Yeah,
Again,
he's going to get that a lot.
He's based around special moves, right?
And then lastly, for his base loadout, his teleport's back. Classic teleport.
Oh,
You
cool.
can
That
amplify
looks
it to get additional damage and take him on this fun ride.
I bet he's having a blast.
He is.
Yeah.
Pretty much
So
just like
let's
Noob,
go
to
through
be
some of the
honest.
loadouts.
And teleport safe on block.
Noob,
I don't think that's true.
I'm just kidding.
That's different.
So the first loadout I want to make was a classic noob loadout. That's pretty much clone moves. So I gave him the low slide is back.
Ah, okay. So you don't get that originally.
I
Interesting.
love you, man.
You can have it though.
I love the little gesture he's doing there too. And then a brand new move, but definitely fits with his style, is actually a dive
Oh.
kick clone, where the clone is doing the dive kick. I don't know how you can get cheaper of a fighting game move than a dive kick, which is always good. You can never go into dive kick,
Yeah,
but a
that's
dive
insane.
kick where you're literally sending out someone else to dive
Where
kick
you're totally
for you.
safe.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, also it just even if you don't hit with it, changing up
Is
your
that
jump.
safe? I hope
Exactly.
not.
Which is how I've been using it. Like,
Yeah.
if I think you might do a ground pound with Jax, I'm jumping.
Yeah.
If you didn't, I just do it.
I never knew how important it was to Noob Saibot to strike a pose.
Yeah.
Right? Like, this dude is all about poses.
Oh, yeah.
There it is.
So, lastly, MK Trilogy Ghost Ball.
Oh, man.
This will actually drain your stamina. You can see it. He loses. It's unblockable. It is very slow startup, but it's fully unblockable, and then it'll actually take a lot of their stamina.
The slow start can actually kind of confuse you because when we played
How
earlier
much?
today,
A
there were
whole
times
ball?
where I knew it was coming and I tried to jump,
And it got
but I
you.
couldn't miss. I mistimed it.
Right.
So
One more loadout.
Yeah, see it, Steve.
All right, so this one I based on his sickle, and these are brand new moves.
real quick, I want to say I want to give a shout out to Rick, the Hadou from Combo Breaker. I wanted to wear this hat because Noob Saibot's one of his favorite characters in the game.
Is this another moment of Tyler just throwing out names?
No, you guys know
Just
him too.
randomly giving a shout
You
out.
just-
I like Rick, and I'm wearing that.
I mean,
You guys-
everyone likes Rick.
yeah, I like Rick a lot.
Who's like, oh, you
Zoning's
know what? I
for
hate
noobs.
Rick.
No,
Like,
Zoning's
Hold
very
on,
unfun
can
to
you back
watch
me
from
up here, please?
spectator point of views.
I like Rick.
Zoning's
Right,
okay
like,
to a
I mean,
certain
like,
extent.
universally regarded as one of the
But
best tournament
you don't-
organizers.
I'm not trying to-
in the
He's
world.
one of the
Like,
nicest
You
people.
don't
I wouldn't
want
give-
it where
so
it
it's okay to give
becomes
him a
the
shout out,
whole
isn't it?
game,
Well, yeah,
like
I mean,
Injustice
that's
did.
good.
Moving
Oh,
on.
As it pretty much
non-sequitur.
did.
Right.
he
what
likes
a,
Noob.
What a frigid take.
I think it was your timing. Your timing was
Come
right.
on.
I thought the timing was pretty good on it.
Well, you're the only one.
Yeah, maybe so. Maybe so.
Combo breaker would be great,
Thank you for the
though. Yeah,
25
we'll be
month.
excited.
You get to
Anyway,
become
so
a
this is
fan.
a
Thank you,
sickle-based
thank you.
variation. The
Appreciate
first move I
it.
gave him is Sickle Snag, which
Sickle
is
snag.
it's a combo extender and anti-air grab.
That's going to be able to be
You
extended.
amplify it.
Extended. I'm definitely using that. Yeah.
Oh. Do it again, Steve.
There you go. So that's a really good combo starter. You can also use it to anti-air.
Kind of reminds me of Cabal.
That's the wrong move.
Spoiler alert
Yeah,
for
all right.
later.
So then I have Sickle Overhead, where he tosses in the air and it's going to drop down. This is an overhead. And remember, I was talking about how good his lows are, but he doesn't really have an overhead. If you want to play a 50-50 base noob,
Here you
you
go.
can do that. And
Does
it has
that
a-
move count
Quite
for your
slow,
crushing
though.
blow for later?
Yes. All the clone moves should work.
All the clone moves.
Cool, I was making sure.
That's so weird.
Why would that one
What's
randomly not
amplified
count?
in there?
There's a chance it doesn't.
You know
I don't know
what?
what I'm talking
We're going in
about.
hard on
Yeah.
Tyler today.
There's also a decent chance it
Oh
doesn't.
yeah, you can juggle it.
Right now, Aaron is at his desk looking. So anyway, you could meter burn it, or sorry, amplify it.
He's
to,
gonna text me and be like, "You might want to dial that
Yeah.
back."
So that's close, medium, and far. It does not track, but
Corner,
it's
you
overhead
go to
that can
juggle
hit
once again.
literally
Fine,
from
what you
overhead.
want,
Like nothing's ever been more of an overhead.
All right. Fair enough.
And then finally, Sickle Teleport.
This is one of my favorites. of his.
Yeah,
He
I
will
think
always throw it behind the opponent, like I'm not controlling it, and then teleport to where it is. And if you amplify it, he immediately pops them up.
that's awesome.
Yeah, this is a real.
That looks like a
character.
juggle
I gotta
too.
get on this.
Yeah, I don't know why you're not playing him, because he's super mobile, super trolly,
Yeah, no.
super edgy,
Yeah, no. These are all qualifications to be my character.
kind of looks and dresses like he's still from the 90s.
Okay.
Wow.
Is it just? It's just that stream we're doing today. All right. Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, that was.
Guys, I think we
I just mean he's edgy. Like,
Yeah, I'm so edgy, Steve.
we need to get together and just like be each other's teammates right now. I think.
Right. Wow, Steve.
Talk about Behan's wrath.
Yeah. Right.
All right. So finally, let's go into the fatal blow because he has an awesome one. It is actually a tracking, super quick move.
Is that low?
It's awesome.
Kerbam.
Well, teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Framework. There we go.
What if they go show no
So
Fatalties?
awesome. What a cool character.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
they show
fans of
Fatalities,
Noob
only
are
one
going to
though.
be super excited.
There is something about it that I really love. That he does have that classic feel for those who played him in earlier iterations of the game. But he has his own fresh take.
Yeah, and there's a couple other new moves that you'll see when the game comes out.
That's also cool for like just lore fans. He has such a fun backstory.
That's been a theme against or across most of the characters, right? Like
Right.
let them feel how they have before, familiar to previous versions of them, but bring in these new takes on these characters. It's great. I think it's awesome for all these characters that are
Yeah,
returning.
I'm very excited. I would say when I was looking at the list, when I saw Noob's name when we decided.
So
to
they
put
didn't
Noob
do
in the
him
game,
last?
He was the one that I
Is
wanted
this gonna be
the fans to
Devora?
see the most. Like that was the one that I knew was really going to excite people.
Noob's one of those cool characters that he's like a classic character, but he's not actually in every game.
Right.
You think it's
Like
like
he
Erron?
sat out MKX, so it's really cool that he's
It's
back.
sort of the absence.
It
makes
is
a
Erron.
a founder type situation with a lot of characters. That's really cool.
I wonder how he's going to be.
Awesome.
What are we doing next, Tyler?
We got another character to show.
You didn't show
Another
Fatality.
character. Yeah,
We
this
do.
is three. This is three.
We do not have a trailer for this character,
No.
but we're going to show this character. We're very excited for the return.
I mean, have you even hinted at this character at all?
I actually put it up on the, on the
return.
Twitch page for the title of the stream for those of you who went to go see it.
I wouldn't say
we're
Erron's a
gonna show
So
return.
people already know.
So people do already know.
Oh, no,
Not
I said we're
not
going to say
everyone.
Erron.
But most people.
Not most.
Yeah, I was going to say
Are you talking
Erron.
now?
How many
Erron
people? What do you think the
Black.
percentage
Yeah,
of
it
Erron
was
Black
Erron.
is coming back to
Now it's
Mortal
100%.
Kombat 11.
Yeah,
Yes,
he
now
was-
it's
there
now
it
it's at 100%.
Unicorn, think of the
There he is.
25
Awesome
bits.
denim
Sonic
shirts.
Boom.
Like this is stylistically one of my favorite looking characters.
Because you are known to wear denim shirts.
I'd wear a lot. I would like to wear more.
You're known for wearing hats. I would say that's your brand.
My brand. That's a word. That's a word I love. I don't really. So Erron Black, what are we thinking about him? What is his archetype?
I would
My
say
fucking
Erron
brand.
Black is a trap character, hybrid with 50-50s,
So it's the
hybrid
same.
with not traditional zoning, but keep away. Not he doesn't just
They keep saying keep
pew,
away,
pew,
man.
pew, 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 pew.
Right.
He does not do that.
He definitely works differently than he did in the last game.
Yes, but he does have a lot of moves that keep you out in really interesting ways that he has to think of.
Awesome.
Cool.
I say.
So let's get to it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's start with his throws because they're both tremendous.
Okay. Oh, you're gonna do it. I wanted to preamble this.
Okay, sorry.
Bloody hell.
I forgot to do it.
Do it again.
That's my favorite throw in the game.
It's staggeringly good.
It's really long.
It is so realistically Looney Tunes.
The hat flying away and catching it is the best thing in the world.
Watching Kano freak out is that he has dynamite in his hand. Is
Dude,
amazing.
it's well
He
slow
could have
with
just
throws.
dropped it. He could have thrown it, but
Right.
no. What do you do?
In the heat of battle, it's tough. That's a scramble.
That's so good. All right, do the explosion one more. I want to see the hat again. It's just
The
too
hat's
crazy.
so
It's the
good.
best thing I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah, he grabs it.
Lit-
Moving on.
When I saw that throw, I was like, okay, I love this game. Like that throw.
So-
It's personality.
Yep.
People, personality.
One of the things with Erron Black is we wanted to keep just a couple of his core moves, but then reanimate and kind of redo everything, but make him kind of feel like you won't be completely lost, like he's just a totally new character, but a fresh coat of paint. So let's start with, you remember in the last game, his 2-1 string, all those big punches where he kind of punched you like 100 times.
got
It's like
that.
his main string.
It's really
We didn't
good.
bring that back exactly, but he does have a 2-1 mash string. It's pretty
that's
good.
good. It's
It
way
ends in
different.
overhead, which means at any time he can actually do a slide.
Oh, shit.
I just totally messed that up. There you go. And they don't know if the low is going to come. Another example of that would be he has a new string back two where he bops you. Yeah, he bops you on the head of this pistol. Or he could actually, again, go into the slide.
Very unsafe, though.
Slide is dangerous.
Yeah, it's a unsafe 50-50, but it can come at any time, so it's pretty scary.
Yep.
He has this. This is probably his best like mid-range move, like from this range. Like I would say his range is not the best in the game, but from here he has this, which
Love the axe handle there.
yeah, it's such a cowboy thing to do. Like it's very. I like that it's not like martial arts. Like he's not doing like kung fu. He's just
Right.
kind of walloping you.
You wouldn't expect him to do kung
Right.
fu.
It would be weird if he was doing kung fu.
All right,
mean, that's
what do we
sweet for a
got?
big
Go
kung
through
fu.
it.
And then he has a bunch of strings involving his pistols that are just absolutely cool looking.
Man,
It just reminds me of like old school like Western trick shooters.
Yeah,
Yes. Yeah, I really
the
like
point?
this one. He's actually using his foot.
You had that in the last one, didn't it?
fancy.
So then the last normal I wanted
Can you
to
do the
show.
high one again?
No, that was a sweep. That was complete opposite.
Just fanning the hammer.
Very, very cool.
Super
So the
cool.
last normal I wanted to show is actually just directly back from MKX, and I'm super glad. The big boot's back.
Big boot.
Overhead, right?
And it has a crushing blow if you do it 2 times in a row, and
it
it's
still
an
an
overhead.
overhead?
And so, naturally you're going to do it.
Yeah, naturally you're going to do it, and then they
Yeah.
get knocked down, you walk back, you do it again.
The quote here at work is, "I'll do it again."
I'll do it again. And then you can mix up with the slide. And I don't know how the community feels, but here internally, we absolutely love the big boot.
Yeah.
And we always were happy in tournament when people, like, people playing like a patient footsies game. It's like very back and forth, very old, methodical. Then, nah, never mind, screw that. Big boot, yeah. So let's go over his special moves, because they are, again, pretty different and pretty interesting. So his caltrops have gone, and instead he actually has a jar of Reptile's acid that he can throw on the ground, which I just love the concept of it.
Same thing, though.
Off his slide, he can actually amplify it and also throw the jar.
That's cool.
And lastly, he uses his rifle in rifle stance. So the idea is he pulls out the rifle and he automatically is walking forward. I'm not hitting anything.
He's walking you down.
Yeah. Now from here, he can actually cancel it with block, but he actually has to put it away, so there's recovery. He can do a normal attack, or he can start shooting.
That's awesome.
And they are super fun to do.
Right.
The problem is, well, I guess good for the opponent. He only has 8 shots. After that,
He's
he
gotta
actually
reload.
has to reload.
So you can't do that move, let off all 8 shots, and then
gonna
do
be-
it
yeah,
again.
it
You-
sounds
Right,
like
he
it,
has to reload, and he can choose whether he wants to reload just a couple of shots, 3 shots. You can decide, and obviously there's a lot of recovery. You can cut it short and put it back.
And it remembers how many shots you have.
Yeah, and it'll
Well,
remember.
about that,
It does-
guys.
this is not something where like it's on a
guess we'll
cooldown.
see.
Like he actually has to keep track in his head, and the opponent does how many shots he has. So
yeah, so do you.
right, and you can see it's very powerful and actually juggle them. So it's a great keep away tactic,
know why they
but
always
it's
want to
got
have,
you know the 8-shot
a
limit.
lot of projectiles.
I love the
really
fact.
quickly.
I mean, just the gunslinger
We'll see.
mythos to me is
It's super
always
cool.
been super cool, and I'm really glad we have.
The
it.
walking them down is such an awesome touch to me.
You know, and this
Yeah,
is
for
also,
him,
you know,
it might be fun.
people who there are people out there who get afraid of Zony type things, but like
Right.
he's walking towards you, he has to reload. There are choices he has to make to do this.
Yeah, that's what I mean by he's
don't
not
have
a
to walk
traditional
towards you if you
zoner,
keep
Right.
shooting.
where a lot of the stuff, you know, you're going to be putting these out and then going into the stance, and the opponent's going to have to know, like, are you going to cancel it or actually commit to
Right, you
it?
can stand
How many
still and
bullets
shoot.
does he have left? Is he going to then go into his 50-50? And he can do the slide, but, you know, he's in a lot of trouble if you block it. He's kind of a thinking man zoner.
Yeah.
Not to say traditional zoning is brain dead. I am a traditional zoner.
Which is exactly what you just said.
Yeah. So let's go over his loadout.
Cool.
The first thing I gave him is actually a command grab. He can amplify it. That's really excessive. And this is a actual command grab. It's not a hit. He has tick throws. Like, this one's great. So off of one of his main mid-range moves, he can actually tick throw you. And if the opponent's trying to mash out of it or jump out of it, you can go into the string. And then I gave him this low shot. It's not actually a low, it's a mid, but he, you know, shoots the ground. And to me, this is great as a keep out tool to just get distance. Like, you can see he will go all the way back, and then he can start kind of his keep out game. It's a really, really good tool to just kind of keep them
That's
away.
not too
Like,
bad.
if the opponent's trying to, like
That's
Kano's
more
trying to do his
foxes.
command grab or any of his pressure, you can just go back. And that also complements,
chip was
you
that
know,
doing,
he
though?
gets in when he wants, and he can go for his command grab next up. But when he wants to get out, he can get out of dodge.
Yep.
Skip town.
He also has some really incredible gear.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to give too much away again. His hats are all amazing. He has an eye mask. Like some characters from the past.
Yes. So let's go into his fatal blow because it's awesome.
Yep.
You know,
We've seen pieces of it in
right.
trailers, yeah.
But the beginning of it's actually really powerful because it's actually a projectile. I love him catching the coin at the end.
Catch at the end. Yeah, I love all of the little.
I'm not,
trick
I'm
shot
not
type
massively
things
happy
he
with
added
his
to it.
rifles.
I mean, there were some in the last one too. He could throw
That
the coins
walk
up last time.
forward
and shoot,
doesn't
turned that
really
into,
seem
obviously,
to
his,
be that much of a
fatal
thing.
blow.
It looks like you can just stop
all
him
that sort
still
of
by
Kenny
shooting.
Oakley sort of.
But I guess we'll
Bill
see.
Hickok
It
type
looks
stuff
like it's
is
just
really
going to
cool.
free
So
chip.
with the fatal blow, a lot of them we wanted them to really be good in this game, and the into like the attacks that go into it, are often very, very strong. Like, and you can see this one is great for beating zoning. Like you can see,
Oh, definitely
because it's a
was,
full
yeah.
screen projectile. If Kano throws a knife, he has armor, so he's going to absorb the knife and then get him, and it's very, very fast. The
Right on.
downside is all the hits are high, so if the opponent ducks it, Erron Black's going to be left open and is going to get his back blown out. But if he sees your movement and he's looking for it, it's literally like we want the feeling like you're a quick draw guy. Like you're literally sitting there waiting and then
Right.
you moved and you get shot up.
Mister, thank you
another loadout,
for
yeah.
the
Yeah, one more loadout.
$1. Oh my god. Thank you.
This is cool.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the modern costume. And I like a cape. Someday I
doesn't
want to
like a
have
cape?
context where in my normal everyday life
Yeah,
I
it looks
can wear
cool.
a cape.
I'm just
Yeah,
not happy
that's,
with the.
that's gonna be a tough go.
All right,
The rifle,
so
it doesn't-
I gave him this new
What do you
move,
do
the
versus
Nether
it?
Bat,
I guess we'll
Nether
have to see.
Beast
What
Trap.
do you do versus that?
This is actually the jaws of a Nether Beast that he's made into a bear trap.
That's cool.
If Kano steps into
Another
this-
beast trap.
Nether Beast, right. And you can see he's put in a capture state. And
Wow.
the Amplified is really cool because he kicks it too low. So it becomes a
Oh.
low projectile that scoots across the
Whoa.
ground.
Does he have to
And this
amplify
obviously,
at
you
that
can imagine
time,
how this
though?
complements kind of his rifle stance. Like put it out here, now the opponent can't walk forward. He can go into this, start unloading, and they're going to have to
You see how he stops still while he's
teleport.
shooting?
Maybe Kano could jump in there and do an air ball, and then
Right.
Erron Black could be ready and block it. It's a whole meta based on kind of slowing the
see
pace
that?
of the mid-range.
When he
with that
starts
Nether
shooting
Beast trap,
fast,
which
it
it
just
lasts for a
stops
long
still.
time.
But it will
It's a-
break.
So what's?
Yeah, it will break
why
eventually.
is it so bad? The walk
Then I
forward
gave
if he
him
just stops still?
Scud Shot. So this is a move where he goes into a quick draw stance, and here's how it works.
Just
this
see, it
move
doesn't
is
seem really
super,
fall through, but I might be
super
wrong.
cool. He will actually hold it, and shoot a projectile.
It's so good.
And I'm doing this automatically. I'm holding 3 to hold it, and I can choose when to let it go. And at any point, he can also amplify it, and then quick draw. So if you're standing here, let's say you have Nether Beast trap out, and he's going to start to throw knives. I can actually hold this, and he doesn't know when I'm going to amplify it, let it go, or actually hold it down. It's a really
It's a rifle
cool
high. You can shoot low as well.
Yeah. I've never really seen counters like that before. It's pretty neat. So that is Erron Black.
Some other moves we didn't show, obviously.
Yep. He's got some really interesting,
Don't
really
rifle's
cool
a bad
stuff
idea,
we
man.
can show.
How about we go into a when we
We'll
probably
see
should show a
though. but
fatality.
it looks,
We
it
showed
looks
one for
annoying.
Kollector and Noob, so yeah, I think it'd be crazy. Not
Plus
to
Set
show.
that
Possibly.
up real quick.
I mean,
We'll chat
Scorpion
about-
can
Oh,
counter
we will
it.
have
He
some.
can
We have
go
birthday
behind.
shoutouts today.
We
get
do
those?
have birthday shoutouts today.
Let's hold off on those for now.
Then why'd you bring them up?
To make sure we had them.
Okay. Okay.
Very
guess we'll
excited to see the fatality. What is your favorite part of Erron?
To me, it's got to be. The,
I'm not
the
sure,
animations for
like-
command grabs. Like they are, the trick shot stuff, and just anytime he's fanning the hammer, it's super cool.
Right. There's something about that sort of iconic pose when he's above somebody who's kind of crawling away is really neat.
He shows no mercy.
Nope. Oh, let's take a watch. Let's just watch Steve beat up on this Kano, huh?
Yeah. I'm watching it.
Round 1. Fight.
First character that I'm kind of like, only because of that one move.
Ooh.
Yeah, I do not like that.
Oh, you can get bodied.
Yeah, you think I'll win?
I think you should.
I hope I win.
What difficulty level did you put it on?
On medium, default.
Cool. Yeah,
It's okay, you wasted the fatal blow. Don't worry, everyone.
Don't worry. Medium's not going to beat Steve, everybody.
Right in
You
the
never
neck.
know.
That's true.
You just washed up.
That's true. This end of round's tremendous.
Oh.
Round 2.
I'm indeed DX.
Oh. What if I lose?
Then that's on.
They forgot the fatality
I
of Noob. Well, they're showing a different one, should I say? They've shown one.
Finish him.
Seemed pretty easy.
Oh shit.
Fatality. Erron Black wins.
I love this.
That's all right.
Yeah,
Not too
that's
crazy.
pretty gross.
Noobs is the best one so far. Yeah, probably.
Oh, man. Super cool.
So
Awesome.
we got
Yeah,
melted.
there could have been a lot more gruesome.
Yeah, grab
with
the
acid
controller.
on
That
this.
went really bad for Kano.
100%.
Are you doing what?
No, I'm
They definitely
just
went
put it
a
over
bit
here for
more
now.
subtle. I
Let's
think.
do, like we like to do, birthday shoutouts.
Yeah. Birthday shoutouts.
My
Alright.
favorite segment.
I think
Aw, thanks, Steve.
that is everything,
All right,
right?
so birthday shoutouts. This one's good. Little Pooh Stain 9.
What I would say,
Good old Little Pooh.
I'm pretty sure that's
Red
one.
Sky. James Castle.
What I would say is, they're not going to show enough, are they? First character, interesting. Didn't notice the subtleties with him grabbing all the weapons and things. Looks like he's got some launchers. I can see that. You can use him as a zoner. It looks more kind of Jade, where he's going to be kind of that mid-range, it looks like. Second character, Noob, we saw that. He's obviously going to be zoner. He's Noob. He always was quite a zoner character. Quite stylish. There is some things where you can use a certain playstyle which is a bit less zoner, which is nice. And then we've got Erron Black, which other than the rifle, which makes me a bit like a bit about. He's looking quite solid. He's looking quite cool. He's got some nice little animations, but that rifle thing, man. They say you're walking forward, so it's not too bad. But if you keep shooting, he stands still. So that negates the walk forward completely. I guess we'll see, though, you know. I guess we'll see. But yeah, that's kind of my thoughts, guys. Everything's looking cool, man. Everything's looking cool. So there you go. So, guys, thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Thank you for